For more than a century, one name stands at the forefront of farming innovation: Claas. Born in 1913 from a single-family vision, Claas has grown into the world's leading family-owned agriculture equipment company, driven by generations of ingenuity, precision engineering, and an unwavering commitment to farmers. From the heart of Germany to cutting-edge plants in France to state-of-the-art production in Omaha, Nebraska, Claas blends European engineering excellence with a deep commitment to North American agriculture. Coming up, we'll explore the legacy, the innovation, and the advantage of a company built to serve farmers like no other. This is Claas, made for more.
Maybe to start with, it's important to understand who we are.
Claas was founded in 1913 when August Claas and his brothers, Bernard, Franz, and Theo, began manufacturing straw binders on their family farm in Germany. For 110 years, this family-owned company has pioneered ag machinery, innovating harvesters, balers, and cutting-edge technology that transformed farming worldwide. And it all began with one simple purpose: to farm and to serve farmers.
First and foremost, my family was always convinced that you cannot build agricultural machinery if you're not farming yourself.
Katrina Claas-Mühlhauser, third-generation owner, carries forward the vision her grandfather August began, with a mind for innovation inherited from his father.
Katrina, Claas is a family-owned business, and it's been in your family for generations. I know you have memories from, the company over the years. Tell me about Claas and tell me stories that you'd like to share.
The very beginning is quite exciting. It's a whole family concept.
The Claas family, they were starting as farmers, and then blacksmith shops, like many of our companies in our industry.
We are a company that is much older than 100 years.
Franz Claas Sr. was more than a farmer. He had an instinct for invention. As a practitioner of animal medicine, he learned to diagnose livestock for lameness, repair hooves and horseshoes, and work with iron. His mind soon turned to machines when he built a centrifuge to separate cream from milk and a patented mower for cereals. By 1902, he opened a small engineering works in Klarholz, employing up to 30 people, where his sons gained their first experience with machines.
My great-grandfather was very much into technology already, but he had never founded a company. He just did it like that. And so I deeply admire my grandfather, because when he started, his father's farm went bust. It was auctioned. And I think that was then a good thing. Of course, we started with straw and hay binders back then. My grandfather took the drawings and then founded Claas with it, because there was no farm to build on, so he did that.
Dann bin ich 1913 zum Amtsgericht Rede gefahren und gesagt, ich gründe hiermit die Firma Gebrüder Claas. Und meine Brüder Bernhard und Franz sind Teilhaber. Und so ist die Firma Gebrüder Claas entstanden.
At just 25 years old, August formally registered a business under his own name. What began as a survival strategy became the birth of a legendary company.
And of course, back then, you didn't have a bank to go to, or venture capital for that matter, and say, hey, I got this great idea, please give me some money. So he had to make it himself.
From the start, August's vision was clear. Farming could be transformed through technology. He and his brothers began producing straw binders, but the machines of the day were plagued with flaws. The knotter, part of the mechanism that tied the bundles, was unreliable, often breaking twine and wasting precious time.
So when we started off in 1913, which is 112 years ago, we were more in the business of doing a centrifuge and these kind of things. Our first patent, though, was a knotter. Our innovation was people can do a knot, but we could do a knot very efficiently.
Which he then licensed out to different other companies. And from the license money, he could pay for the development.
And I brought you one of those knotters. It's still in, Good things never mature.
In 1921 and 23, August patented his knotter with a floating jaw that kept twine perfectly tensioned. For farmers, it was revolutionary, and recognition soon followed. In 1924, the German Agricultural Society awarded Claas a silver medal for their straw binder, thanks to the revolutionary knotter inside. By the late 20s, demand soared, with tens of thousands rolling off the line. Success fueled even greater ambition. Fascinated by American combine harvesters, August partnered with engineer Walter Brenner and visionary professor Carl Formfeld on a big new idea.
The very big step was when we developed the first combine harvester.
Und nach 4 Jahren hatten wir den ersten Mähdrescher fertig. Dieser erste Mähdrescher wurde dann nun der deutschen Landmaschinenindustrie vorgeführt, und zwar in Uberdissen bei Bielefeld. Es waren sämtliche prominente Landmaschinenfabrikanten erschienen. Nach der Vorführung, der Professor Formfeld, ja, meine Herren, wie ist es denn nun? Welche Firmen wollen sich dann nun hier bei diesem Objekt beteiligen? Es steht jedem frei. Aber ein Stillschweigen bei den Reihen, und es hat sich keiner gemeldet. Professor Formfeld ließ den Kopf an, ich sage, Professor, das machen wir jetzt ganz alleine, wir brauchen keine anderen Leute. Und seit der Zeit ist dann mit dem Bau und der Konstruktion der Mähdrescher begonnen.
And people would say, you're crazy. I mean, why are you doing this? We have this great system. We have these stationary threshing. All is working. Why do we need this, you know? And he was looking further and he said, yeah, I believe in it. I think we have to feed more people. This is a system that has a future. And I think, you know, who would do this on your own risk?
By 1936, the risk paid off. The MDB combine harvester stunned the European farming world, earning the name Victory of Chernitz. It was a decisive turning point and launched Claas into a new era, defined by booming demand, new innovations, and rapid expansion across Europe.
That took more than 10 years. So it was a very long haul, and you had to be very brave. That's real entrepreneurial spirit.
The Claas family were well on their way. But the real test of any legacy isn't just innovation. It's how that spirit endures across generations.
In aller Welt. Das Getreide wird nicht mehr mit Sichel und Sense geerntet. Das geschieht heute mehr und mehr mit neuzeitlichen, zuverlässigen Claas-Mähdreschern, die in einem Arbeitsgang das Korn schneiden, dreschen und absacken.
The Claas family may have come from humble beginnings, but their journey from farming to innovating ag machinery has set them apart for generations.
The Claas family, they were starting as farmers. And then there was the idea to move into farm machinery, and it did grow and grow and grow. So this is part of our genetics.
I'm generation 3, and we have already quite a few members of generation 4 and even 5, which is a bit scary sometimes.
Katrina Claas Muehlhauser has served as chairman of Claas since her father Helmut passed away in 2021. For her, the family story is not just about machinery, but roots and responsibility, a legacy she reflects on quite often, influencing every decision she makes.
I'm always reminded by marketing and PR or whatever, don't always talk just about the history of things, because yes, we can do AI, yes, we have all these features, talk about the future. I love to do that, but still you never forget where you come from.
Her father Helmut shared the same devotion, treasuring the family business and the lessons he learned from his father August. He dedicated his life to learning all he could through good times and bad. Production of ag machinery came to a halt in 1943 when the government ordered factories to aid in the war effort. These were difficult years, but the engineers at Claas quietly continued developing new ideas. Once production could resume, the company picked up the pieces and pressed on, never losing sight of what mattered most: farming.
That was sometimes a bit difficult because the family farm then sort of was inherited by different family members, and my grandfather wanted to buy himself a new farm, and he did, and then my dad was without a farm and he bought this other farm because he always said you have to be close to the land.
Staying close to the land kept the Claas family focused on their path of innovation in agriculture, and the next several years saw that commitment bear fruit. By 1946, Claas introduced the Super Combine Harvester, a machine that quickly became the backbone of European agriculture. Over the next 3 decades, more than 65,000 models rolled out of Harswinkel, cementing Claas as a harvest leader.
Over the generation, then it developed further. We did move also in other areas of activities like big combine harvesters, big self-propelled forage harvesters, and big hay and forage machinery.
As demand for Claas machines grew, so did the company itself. New factories rose across Europe, each larger and more advanced than the last. Thousands of men and women found work inside these plants, building ever more complex machines and gaining new skills that would carry the company into the future.
150.000 Quadratmeter Werkshallen, über 3.000 Mitarbeiter. Die größte Mähdrescherfabrik Europas lieferte bis zum Mai 1962 schon 100.000 Mähdrescher in viele Länder der Erde.
Claas was becoming a household name across Europe and the world. Their unique combine harvesters were being shipped to dozens of countries.
Claas Patentmähdrescher, Hauptanziehungspunkt aller großen landwirtschaftlichen Ausstellungen des In- und Auslandes. Claas Mähdrescher helfen dem Landwirt, die Ernte schneller, besser und billiger einzubringen. Nicht nur in Deutschland, auch in Italien, Österreich, Skandinavien, England, Frankreich, Spanien, Kanada, Syrien, Belgien, Indien, Holland, Brasilien, Südafrika und 20 weiteren Ländern.
The growth worldwide was phenomenal, but to really compete around the globe, they were going to have to think even bigger. Claas soon developed the biggest combine harvesters yet, powerhouse machines that proved to be a smashing success, specifically designed for much larger fields.
Harvesting and farming is different in North America than it is in Europe. Even my grandfather knew this, when the first combines were actually made in America, but then they didn't work here in Europe because we had a longer straw, it was more humid conditions, so they had to be modified. But vice versa, when you have machines here, it doesn't necessarily mean they're optimized for another market.
Nur mit modernsten Großmaschinen lassen sich diese riesigen Felder wirtschaftlich und erfolgreich bearbeiten. Da ist der selbstfahrende Großmähdrescher Claas mit seiner ungewöhnlichen Leistungsfähigkeit gerade richtig.
In Europe, we were the first developing and making available a combine harvester which did work in European conditions, but we did make it work in humid, special conditions with very long straw in Europe, and we did perfect it such that it now works in all kinds of conditions worldwide in almost any crop, and be it dry, be it wet, whatever.
These were transformative years, and Helmut Claas was learning to become the leader he was destined to be. He quickly rose to the top of the family business, taking charge with a visionary drive that would shape the company's future. He pushed Claas into new machines, new technologies, and global expansion.
In 1967, a large number of Claas senators took the field in many countries all over the world and proved themselves under every imaginable harvesting condition as the machine of highest quality and with outstanding features. Exceptional output and a degree of comfort for the operator beyond all expectation were some of their characteristics, not to mention the clean lines and elegant appearance. The Claas Senator is the leading model in a full range of Claas combine harvesters and can in fact claim to have been the beginning of the new styling that has taken place in the design of agricultural machinery all over the world.
By the 1960s, production in Harswinkel exceeded 20,000 combines per year, and Claas machines were being exported across the globe.
We first imported machines in the 1950s, and we partnered with Ford in the 60s until I think it's 1980, 1981 something, when they had their own combines. So we had a long time of gaining experience, but still, of course, it's hard. It's just so vast, and you need a lot of very good distribution partners, and we've been building on that for a long time. It's all expressed by this vision that we have to enable our customers to be the best in their fields, and it's really at the center of our thinking.
Innovation never stood still. In 1973, Claas introduced the Jaguar self-propelled forage harvester. a machine that transformed silage production and went on to dominate the global market for decades.
In bäuerlichen Betrieben zählen die Claas-Maishäcksler Jaguar 25 und Jaguar 35, dieser mit Korncracker, zu bewährten, leistungsstarken und zuverlässigen Maschinen.
Claas machines were becoming more advanced. The company's factories spread across Europe, and the spirit of innovation that defined its beginnings was still driving it forward. Yet one ambition continued to elude them. As early as the 1950s, Claas experimented with tractor-like prototypes such as the Huck Pack, a bold attempt at a universal implement carrier, one machine that could switch roles between tractor, combine, and tool carrier. Though these ideas were ahead of their time and never reached full production, they laid the groundwork for Project 207 in 1978, which would go on to become the Claas Zerion decades later. By the late 1980s, Claas was not only established as Europe's combine harvest leader, but a pioneer in balers, tedders, mowers, and hay tools of every kind, with a reputation as a full-line innovator in agricultural machinery. The familiar seed green paint had become synonymous with Claas. But their story was far from over. The future would depend on the vision of its next generation of leadership and a commitment to the principles that started the company so long ago.
The new Claas combines are a natural development and evolution of the machines that have made Claas Europe's leader in harvesting machinery. A blend of engineering experience and the latest technology, which promises higher output and easier control. It's reassuring to know that Claas have a range of combine harvesters which offer output and reliability. Claas, tomorrow's technology for today's harvest, whatever the weather.
From the first exports to Canada to partnerships with companies like Ford and Caterpillar, Claas spent the 20th century building a reputation with North American farmers one step at a time.
North America, more than one country, but let's talk about the US for a minute. It's the single, consolidated, professional, most important market in the world. I mean, that says it all. Why is it important for us to be there? That's why.
The Claas family always knew that succeeding in North America meant building machines on a different scale, bigger, tougher, and ready to handle vast fields, heavier workloads, and the unique challenges of American climates and terrain.
We started our foundation with a lot of innovations. That's in our core, we innovate. And you see one of the biggest tractors in the world just behind me. So from the Notter to the biggest tractor, it's just a few years, even though it's 100. The secret is that many of us have a farm, were born on a farm, raised on a farm, or are agriculture engineers, like myself.
I'm a farm boy myself, so it's a natural thing to link with farmers. My uncle Helmut Claas, he did ask me why I would not consider to work at Claas. So as a mechanical engineer, as a farm boy, maybe there's nothing better to be at, like a place like this, where you can combine your roots in farming with your interest in engineering and in technology. And this is why I am here, still after 41 years.
I'm a farmer myself, so we define it differently. We say for us, it's a whole family concept. I know many companies say that about themselves, but we really try to make it like a Claas family universe, to have our employees be part of that, to have our customers be part of that. It's a concept, and that's something that I think all of us enjoy very much working for. Yeah, and it's been going on for more than 100 years.
The company never lost sight of its roots as a family business, and the heart of the brand remains in Harzwinkel, Germany. The small town where August Claas first registered in 1913 anchors the company today. And these factories are powered by generations of families who see Claas not just as an employer, but a tradition.
Family thinking, I think, is sharing the same values. And that is what you follow as families, because you want to bring it to the next generation. At Claas, sometimes there's generations of families working again and again for Claas. And I think it speaks for us now.
My name is Norbert. I'm working for Claas since 42 years.
My name is Michael Specht. I'm at Claas since almost 10 years now.
The Specht family has collectively worked at Claas for more than 90 years, passing down their own family craftsmanship from one generation to the next.
My grandfather started working for Claas in the 1920s. He worked in the carpentry. At that time, many parts were made of wood, and so they had an own carpentry. My father started in the 50s. He worked in the tool-making department. He was a turner. I started in 1982. Beginning of the 19th, I switched to the functional testing team, and there we are testing whole combines, assemblies, and parts.
It's great to know that my father, my grandfather, and my great-grandfather worked here. Of course, there's another side. You get a very good apprenticeship here at Claas. As a young boy who wants to start his life, it's a great opportunity to start here and learn some new things.
German engineering and family tradition have built Claas into the company it is today. When production expanded to Omaha, Nebraska in 1999, it was the realization of a vision to bring European quality and generations of experience to the heart of America's farmland.
When we took decision to invest in North America 25 years ago, our factory in Omaha, for example, did go live. It was not for the short-term profit or whatever, it was with a long-term idea. No?
Amerika ist ein bedeutender Markt für Landtechnik.
The Omaha plant has turned out thousands of Lexion combines, machines built in America for American fields. Claas has emerged as the brand to beat, earning a reputation across all of their machines for unmatched performance among the most competitive players in American agriculture.
I think probably one of the best products that's a good example of where we were at the forefront is forage harvesters. From the West Coast to the East Coast of both Canada and the United States, a variety of crops that are really well suited for that. Now it's taken us a lot of time to get to that point of being a really, really good performer in those markets through testing and things like that, but it's really served us well.
In 2003, Claas realized its long-held dream of building tractors, completing the portfolio of combines, harvesters, and balers with a full line of seed green machines hard at work in fields all across the world. Shaped by August's ingenuity and strengthened by Helmut's bold expansion, Claas entered the new century in remarkable condition, prepared not only to compete, but to lead on a global stage. When Helmut passed away in 2021, he had already ensured a smooth handover, entrusting the future to the next generation.
As a family company in general, I mean, no matter the industry, you have the advantage that you are very flexible and fast in your decision making. And at the same time, you're looking at a very long horizon of like very long-term decision making that you can do because you're not dependent on the stock price every day. That's not what drives us. Farmers need our support. The machine is not necessarily sold just because of the degree of innovation or that specific feature. I know that is very important, but the next machine will be sold by the better dealer who will support them whatever it takes when they need it. And I think that differentiates us a lot, also as a family company, because we know what it's about.
Today, Helmut's daughter Katrina brings both modern vision and a farmer's heart, continuing the line of leadership that began on a family farm more than a century ago. For her, the mission remains the same as her grandfather August, to take risks, embrace innovation, forge new partnerships, and build on the legacy of a company that helps farmers be the best in their field.
Agriculture is the backbone of our world. Knowing that you as a family and a company have a part in agriculture, what does that mean to you?
We center everything around our customers. We make a promise, whatever it takes. We really want to support our customers. Not just about the technology, the commitment that we have.
Because we are this family business, it's just a natural habit. We don't do anything for it, we just are like we are, and this is respectful, it's trust, it's long-term. My target is not to sell a machine. My target is to sell the second machine to the same customer.
That does resonate with people. Our company is, I would say, and being in the equipment business my entire life, and I'm a little biased, I would say the most professional farm equipment company in the world.
We are always driven to the better. I don't know how to express that better. We have a lot of people to feed, and that's the core that we need to make happen. We're trying to grow the company into all these markets. I mean, we're exporting to 100 countries. We have 10 different production sites, also in the US, by the way. And it's getting there. But that's the exciting part for me, because now we're moving out of our comfort zone in many places. And I think technologically and the team and financially, everything, we're prepared to do this. And I'm very excited to look at where I have my vision in 20 years, you know. It's a lot of fun. I love my job.
This is just the beginning. In the chapters ahead, we'll step inside the factories shaping the future of farming, meet the people behind the scenes, and witness how innovation and determination prove that Claas is made for more.